Love that Eric Carle book, The Little Cloud. So, we are talking about putting our stories in order, being a really good listener or a good reader, and paying attention to the order of the story. So, you are going to have a paper. The substitute's going to pass out this paper in a moment. They'll hit pause or when the slide ends, and they'll pass out the paper. I want you to think about what happened first in the story, next, then, and last. Now, there are a lot of things that happened um, after next. So the first thing will be what very first happened, then the next thing that happened, then. That could be anything in the middle of the story that happened after this part. But finally, or lastly, what happened last. Now, remember when we write transition words, we always put a comma. And so you would put a comma. Now, comma sits on the ground. Remember, it's the same comma we put for dear mom. When we write a letter, it sits down at the ground. So first comma, and you'll tell me what happened first. Next, you'll tell me what happened next. Then, and last. You can have a little bit of space at the bottom to draw a small picture about your story, about your sentence that you wrote right there. You can do that in marker because it doesn't matter if it bleeds through as long as it matches your sentence. You can do it with crayon, you can do it with colored pencils, but we always write with a pencil. Now remember, our pencil sharpener broke, so if we need it, I believe Skylar is the person this week that will ask Mrs. Meldrum if she can sharpen them for us. But hopefully we have enough ready for the day. So, and then the substitute will not go to the next slide until after this is done. While you're working on your sequence, I need you to be a very good student for our sub. So you are going to sit quietly at your desk and work. We're not going to move. If you need help from a neighbor, would you be allowed to whisper to them so no one else can hear you? Absolutely. But no one else should hear you, and you need to work on this the whole time. So I don't want you working or talking about anything else. So we're sitting the whole time and we are writing the order of our story and drawing pictures to match our sentence. When you are done, the sub will click the next slide. Sub, you can go ahead and pass out the story sequence for Little Cloud.